So to create our animated object, this will be the code, or similar to the code that we will be writing. So I'm going to go step by step through this code so that you can see how it is built out. So I'm going to go back to home. And I am going to click on New Project. And I am going to call it Talking, and then whatever object it is. So I don't know what my object's going to be yet, but I guess it's going to be a butterfly. Okay, so I'm going to have a talking butterfly. So with the microbit, you have sound input, so it can register your voice. So as I'm talking, it can register my voice. But to make sure that I know that my code is working, I'm going to just add a few details to on start so that I know that when the code is flashed that it actually works. So I'm going to add a heart, and then I'm going to clear the screen. This will let me know that the code has been sent correctly. Now my next step is that I want to work with the servos. So I am going to click on extensions, and in the servo library, or in the extensions library, I'm going to click on where it says servos. That will give me my servos, as you can see right here. Now, what I'm going to be using is the sound input. So under input, if you scroll all the way down, there is a sound level. I'm going to pull this out because I'm going to be using it in a little bit. Now, I want my code to operate a mouth. So the mouth is a variable. So I'm going to go to where it says variable right here, and I'm going to make a variable that I'm going to call mouth. This will allow me to program the mouth. So now you can see that I have set mouth to 0. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to put it in the forever block. I'm also going to need the servo write pin. So that is actually found under advanced. If I scroll all the way down to pins, I'm going to tap on pins. And if you scroll down, you'll see servo write pin. Okay? I'm going to use that because that's going to send my code to the servo and it will follow what I tell it to do. So we are going to be using pin 0, and pin 0 is going to operate from the variable mouth. So I'm going to go back to variables, and where it says 180, I'm going to put the mouth in there. Now I am going to map my sound level so that the mouth opens and closes based on the sound input. So to do that, I'm going to go back to where it says pins, and I'm going to find this where it says map, and I'm going to drop it into where it says 0. Now I am mapping the sound level, and I know that the servo goes up to 120, or I want the sound level to only register up to 120. It can register higher than that, but I don't want it to go higher than 120. Now, if I leave my low at 0 in a noisy classroom, it will be way too loud and my servo will just keep going and going and going. So I am going to map it at 25 for right now. I may have to adjust it based on the noise level in the room. Now the low and high is how much I want the servo to move. For a mouth, I want it to move from 0 to 45. So I'm going to leave the low at 0 and the high at 45. Now my next step is that I am going to download it to my microbit. You can see as I am talking that it will start to, well, it should be over here, but it's not quite working right now. So I'm not going to worry about that. I am going to hit download. I'm going to turn my microbit on and send it over to my microbit. And then I'll show you the next step.